Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it. I want to start off with a shout out to my home state of Utah. We lead in education because our teachers lead. We have a culture in which our students are first, and I think every state, every district that takes that on can see a great amount of improvement. We have one of the highest high school graduation rates in the nation. Utah students consistently outperform national averages on the critical benchmarks like the National Report Card from fourth grade math and 8th grade reading. One example of an exceptional Utah school is American Preparatory Academy, whose results consistently rank among the highest in Utah and won the award for the best charter school in the state. As a nation, we've entered a very exciting new era where every child, not just the lucky few, can access opportunities that fit their unique needs and abilities. And we're finally starting to view education the way we view other parts of our economy, through the eyes of the American consumer. It is a culture built on capitalism. Competition drives innovation, accountability, and better outcomes. In too many cities like Chicago, Baltimore, and New York, the education bureaucracies shield themselves from competition and have failed the very students they claim to serve. With 70% of 8th graders reading below proficiency, the choice is clear. Do we empower families with options or keep listening to the same broken system? I want to thank Mr. Griffin, Mr. Makosowicz, and Mr. Cobb. Thank you for your passion. Appreciate what you guys have put into what you do. You're risk takers, you're innovators, you think outside the box, and you bring the entrepreneurial spirit to something that we need to do so much better in education. So thank you for doing that. My parents, by the way, were educators, so I totally get to understand where that comes from. And I would say Success Academy is a remarkable place to visit. So thank you for that opportunity to do that also. Mr. Griffin, those who are committed to the one-size-fits-all complain about offering competition to neighborhood public schools. What does your research say about competition in public schools improvement?
I'm going to cite the broader literature instead of my research here. By my count, there are 13 studies that use student-level data that find positive effects, 7 that find neutral or mixed effects, and 4 that find negative effects. So the preponderance of the literature suggests that traditional public schools tend to improve.
And we kind of look at it just to make a statement. If you think about competition, when anything is competing, they try to find the best way to make sure the customer comes to them. That's the way it works in the capitalism system. So I'm not surprised. I think we need to understand that public schools are also lifted when there's competition. Mr. Cobb, you mentioned that cities aggressively expand high-quality charter schools saw their students improve, including those in traditional public schools. I've long thought it's been misleading and inaccurate to say that charter schools are an attack on traditional public schools. How do you respond to someone who says that your work is undermining the public education?
Well, the first thing I say is that charter schools are public schools. They're part of the fabric of public schooling in our country. They offer parents and students an opportunity to identify the school that is right and best fit for them, and a school that is designed to meet their particular needs. We see all over the country, including in your home state of Utah, several schools that specifically focus on students who have been left behind or not had success in the traditional system, and schools built for them, and those students thrive. I can think about a school, Wallace Stegner Academy, right there in Utah, where they have a student population that is much more disadvantaged than the rest of the state, and their student outcomes actually outperform the average student in the state of Utah. So schools designed just like that are the reason why charter schools are part of the education system and need to be expanded in all parts of our country.
Thank you. Ms. Makosowicz, if just real quickly, I have only 30 seconds. We talked about demographics of your school. Could you kind of highlight that? Because I think it's important for people to realize, those who are not familiar with New York, how many parents are waiting on a list to try to come to a school like Success Academy. Just a little background on that, please.
So last year we had 28,000 applicants for 3,000 spots, and it's quite heartbreaking. The parents who lose the lottery love their children as much as the parents who win the lottery. So we don't have a demand problem, we have a supply problem.
just want to say that I've visited your school. I remember going upstairs where Success Academy was and going downstairs the public school system, and the list was so much longer for those downstairs trying to get upstairs. So thank you for everything you do, for your innovation. I'm thankful that we'll finally put our kids first in our culture. So with that, I'll yield back.